Video transmission. We are now live. Okay.
Mm.
Now let's get. Oh, not that.
Not that.
Not fat.
Let's
I
get.
love that. We are live though. Ooh,
Live streaming isn't available right now.
it says we're live.
It does? Wait,
On our channel?
let me check.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
we're live.
Sign into
okay.
chat. Refresh chat.
I like this new logo with our little faces on it.
Right now it's showing that we are not available for live stream.
What's the Twitch? What's
Right
the
now.
Twitch?
Oh!
But I'm watching it on the live stream and it's
I see.
available.
I see. Hold on. I need to switch accounts.
What's the Twitch again?
It's YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube.
Content.
Yeah, it's late for supper.
Okay, thought
Comments,
so. Thank
subtitles. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
Late for supper.
Do you want to start with Prostasia? Or do you want to start with your ideas of the last?
We're of course going to start with this.
Okay.
Pop out chat. Here we go. Boom. Pop out chat is here.
Oh, I found it. There we go.
And then, so you guys can get started while I add chat to screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we get started with. Because we're kind of waiting for
people.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Of course. Okay. I've been on a live stream in a while.
That's okay. Nobody's watching right now, so it is
No.
okay.
Yeah. Well, it's been like 76 seconds, so.
It doesn't matter.
Transform. Edit transformation. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be
Oop,
I think we should just
better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
There we go.
Zoom that down.
Where'd you guys find the name Late for Supper?
Honestly,
pretty good name, right?
We just came up with it.
I just came up. We just came up with it. I'm the names guy around here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dude, go to the video. Let's watch the video because it's crazy.
Okay, so how do I get to the video from here?
I sent you a link in
Discord.
In Discord. Yeah, it's just on YouTube. It's the same video as the article below.
Yeah. By the way, I'm the one viewer. That's me.
No, I'm also viewing. Yeah, we're all viewing right now.
I don't know if it's caught up because you're actually considered yourself like.
Oh, so
the stream considers itself in the viewership.
Yeah, we might have one additional viewer.
Yeah, let me.
There we go. Hey, look at that. Oh god, chat is like super condensed right now or something. Like, look at that. You see that shit?
What?
On stream.
I just see hello.
No, I can't see it on the stream.
Oh. Yeah.
Look at that. How the fuck do we fix that? I don't.
Dude, look at that
guy. I just see hello.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy.
Okay, finally it's getting up to date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna make it a bit wider.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helped. Because now it's like you can only see like half of it.
Yeah. Are you gonna screen share on Discord or what's your plan?
I don't know what we're gonna do honestly, but we got. What the hell? Okay. Well, we'll start from the start. But you know what? Chat will have to suffer like this for a little bit. Sorry, chat.
Hopefully.
But you're not a community yet, so we're still figuring you out in your spot in this world.
Oh god, I won't be able to watch the video at the same time as you because I'm only watching it on chat. I just realized that.
You know what? I can screen share it on Discord.
Oh yeah, that might be easiest.
Hopefully this doesn't.
Let me just reload.
Oh god, yeah, that fucks stuff up on the stream. Never mind. Hey guys, we can do the good old like 3, 2, 1 play.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, we could. Wait. Okay.
It didn't fuck anything up on Discord on my stream.
Better yet. But yeah, let's do screen share.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah,
You screen share.
Or
that's
You
what
want me
I'm
to screen share?
saying. Yeah.
You want
or
me to
not
screen share?
not screen share. What's that community like? Watch
That?
together. Watch
Yeah,
together.
what?
Yeah, let's do a
Yeah.
watch together.
Will it? It won't show up on stream though if we do that, will it?
Yeah, well,
I don't think
because
so.
I'm displaying
It will?
my screen.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Because if you look,
Okay, yeah.
boop, and then so my watch together code is probably up on stream right now. But copy. You know what? Nobody's probably watching, so there you guys go.
Yo.
While we figure out all this stuff.
Join the room. My username is user something something.
Here we go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
So you can just pause it whenever?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
God damn it.
Okay, nice.
You're the one pausing it. Can I go full screen?
Me?
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know who the hell is doing that.
That's me. I don't know how I'm leader, but
Ooh, that's rough.
guess I am.
Yeah. I think I know what happened
I
with
can
chat.
leave and then... Yeah, I can leave and rejoin.
That's fine. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm still wondering how the fuck do I full screen this on stream?
You can just like
No.
I don't know.
Is there a way for me, or is there a way for me to hide the code? I don't even know.
You could like zoom in. I don't know.
See, I could do that, but also that would fuck up the stream.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good. So.
Boop. Well, we can do that, and then let's do another transform. Edit transformation size. Oh. $14.90, and then we go 800 tall. And see, that works. No, that works good enough.
So, wait, is the Prostasia like about... Is it about like trying to give like pedophiles hope? Like to not be bitches to children?
That's what they say it is. Yeah, but it is also sort of like this sneaking. There's a lot of really, really sus things going on in Prostasia. Like their main headquarters is right across the street from elementary school.
Oh hell no! Oh.
Yes, and if you did a little bit of research, you realize that a lot of their head members are like convicted pedophiles.
Okay then. See, how's this on stream?
Let me look.
Let me check it out.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're just gonna have to send me links to videos for me to throw in. That works.
Yeah.
How many people are watching now? Let's go see.
Still one.
Okay.
There is?
Yeah, it's somehow.
Yeah, it's probably me. It's literally probably me. Okay, tell me.
I haven't even gotten a notification yet on my channel that we've gone live.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me when to start it.
Yeah, just start it.
Okay.
Thanks, Manager V.
Hello, I'm your host Noah Berlatsky, and welcome to another edition of Prostasia Conversations. This month we're talking to Alan Walker. Alan is an assistant professor at Old Dominion University in the Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice.
Of course.
They earned their master's in social work at Columbia University.
Okay, it keeps unpausing it whenever I pause it.
Olivia.
Okay. Olivia.
John Jay College and the Graduate Center in the city.
But look at this guy, right? He looks exactly like you would think the the head interviewer for the pedophile organization would look like, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
He's sweating. Listen,
Why
Did
is
it
he
just
like?
like that?
listen,
He looks like a weasel, but not
he
in a
kind of
good way.
does.
Like a fuck. You know what he looks like? He looks like he would come up to me and say like, "But why?" and then just leave. Or like a pride parade. He just like
He's like
That's happened
tapping
to
his
me.
fingers together, like as he talks to you, like nervously.
He's the kind of guy that would see you with your lesbian flag and go, "Oh, you're only a lesbian? Get out of here."
So basically, one time when I was at like a parade for Pride, like this guy just came up to me. He's like get the devil out of you and find love.
Well, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm a lesbian. I don't want the devil in me at all."
Like, and
Uh,
like he was like, "You stop sinning, you devil."
oh
Like
god.
free this woman. I'm like, calm down.
Okay, here's a little tip for you guys. If you're recording yourself like this, an
Yeah,
upward angle at yourself is never good.
It's not.
exactly.
This guy is like, he's the head interviewer guy, and they have this horrible lighting. They have this bad upward angle. If you're fat,
He's
you got downward angle.
badly shaven. Look at that nose though. It blends right in with his lips.
I don't like how like you can see all the little crevices of neck folds.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna hold that against
Yeah,
him.
you gotta get a straight angle or maybe a slight downward angle.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
let's continue.
All right, yeah, I'm positive B.
Okay.
University of New York. Their research focuses on institutional harms,
Ah, he's
especially
from
those
New York.
created by our criminal processing,
Of course he's from
immigration,
New York.
detention, and mental health care systems. So, and specifically, we're talking about Alan's book, Along.
But can we talk about how the music slaps?
Yeah, it's like Vox. You ever seen a Vox video and there's like
Yeah.
horrible, but there's like these really nice marimbas in the background. It's like, oh my god.
Like I want. Oh my gosh, that's some that's
I would chill
just
out
like
to that kind of music.
hell
Absolutely.
yeah. That's you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a lo-fi hip hop thing,
Yeah.
but like
It's hip
like
with
it
the
just
kids
starts
these
playing.
days. That's why.
They're like, what kind of music are the kids into? Lo-fi hip hop.
Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted Persons and Their Pursuit of Dignity. So the book
You don't have any dignity.
is a study of non-offending minor attracted persons, a group that hasn't been discussed a lot either in the academy.
Hold on,
or
what
in
did he just say?
popular
He
culture.
said non-offending minor attractive persons.
Yes, so the people who haven't done anything yet.
Oh, thank God
Yeah.
you haven't killed anything. I'm sorry. You haven't done anything yet. Good job. Come
Yeah,
and join this organization.
I mean, I'll give them both for the doubt. Like, if they haven't done anything yet, it's not as horrible as ones who have done something.
No, you're right. Okay, you're right. You're right about that.
yeah. Like the thing is that I remember I was on this subreddit. It was like Reddit Ask Me Anything,
Yeah.
and there was a pedophile on there.
I'm a pedo.
And
Ask me anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Pedo Ask Me Anything.
Oh
And it
god.
was like the guy was genuinely like he hated himself. It's like good, but
Yeah.
it's
Oh, great.
so
So
funny.
have you
how
seen that?
they-
You know those videos that's like kids talk to blank, like kids ask fire for anything. There was one of them that was like
Oh.
kids talk to pedophile, and it's
I've
like
seen
no,
that
this is
one.
this is a bad idea.
This is just a disaster waiting
bad.
to happen.
Yeah, what if the kids ask like, so what's your whole deal? And he's like, oh, my deal, I find you incredibly attractive.
Like I'm 10.
And he's like, oh, too old.
Oh god, that's
This
just
is let's continue.
Difficult and important subject, and we're thrilled to have Alan with us today to talk about it. Thank you for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks so much.
oh
So,
god.
Okay. So straight off the bat,
While we're doing this, I'm gonna like mess
why?
around with our stream a little bit.
Okay, so this is so I don't want to be annoying, but they have a flag. Like a
The
pride
pedophiles have a
flag.
flag. The pedophiles do.
Yeah, it's called a map flag.
Map flag.
Yeah, yeah, map flag. I hope my search history does not look weird after this. Yeah. Let me
Yes,
get
send it on
this
Discord.
up.
Jay has to pull it up on if you want to see it, he has to pull it up on
wait.
stream. You have to send it over Discord.
What are we pulling up?
Oh,
The map flag.
the
They have a
map
flag.
flag.
I think we know what that is.
Looks.
I've never seen it.
You haven't?
No, I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Let me put it into chat.
I'm more upset that I can't get our logo up.
Wait, that's it?
Here it is. Yeah, that's it.
That's a nice flag.
It's just rainbows.
Wait, does the yellow represent children?
It's a map of minor attracted person, which is fucked up.
Well, I know what map is, but what is the yellow? Because like the blue and the pink. So, but what does the yellow represent? I don't like how like
Probably like probably non-binaries, something like that.
I'm gonna look up because I feel like I've seen other map flags.
Why can't I get this up?
Yeah, it's in general, it's like fucked up. I think we all know this.
Yeah.
Let's try this. Boom.
But I met someone who said that they're pissexual.
Like seriously?
Don't look that up. Don't look that up.
No, I don't
let's
think
continue
so.
this.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting very off topic here.
First question was, even the title of your book is pretty controversial, right? Because the subtitle is Minor Attracted Persons and Their Pursuit of Dignity. And many people are concerned that the designation of minor attracted persons or MAPS suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children, or they're worried that the term suggests that pedophilia is a sexual orientation, which they worry is a slander on LGBT people.
Yeah.
So could you talk about why you use that term in the title and throughout the book?
Hold on, Tyler.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what he just said is that people worry about this because they think
For good reason.
Okay, you're saying A, you're making it okay to be a pedophile, or B, that or that like you're equating pedophilia with a sexuality, you're making it part of the LGBTQ movement. So what he does is look out for this, is that he like half addresses those points, but then moves on to something about destigmatization. But the points is that things that are destigmatized are general. That means that they're like not looked down upon by society, which is a bad thing. So remember, that was like the whole thing with like LGBTQ movements, was that you want to destigmatize it because you want to be like, it's okay. You know what I mean? So destigmatization literally means Go ahead. A destigmatization literally means you're going to try to make it. Okay. Go. Go ahead. V.
It's okay. As someone who is LGBT,
Sure.
the difference between that and actual LGBT is that LGBT is attracted to a certain gender. A child is not a gender.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Sure.
There's a T in it. So
LGBT.
Yeah, so you said LGBT is someone who's attracted to a certain gender, but that's not what T is.
Oh, but it's gender, or it has something to do with gender, kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. You know? It has like people who something involved that gender that's not the norm, kind of thing.
Okay, but here's another one. Asexuals would consider themselves part of the LGBT community, and they're not attracted to anyone. That's not really anything to do with gender. that's saying.
No, asexuals are attracted to people, but not in a physical way.
What the fuck? Okay, continue. I don't want to get into this right now. We can do this when we do the rating LGBTQ flags.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP.
He sounds like Steven in his like female voice.
Yeah. What can I, so what's with the I wonder what's with the gay lisp?
I never understood the point of it.
Gay lisp? Oh.
Yeah, so I've read articles that say it's like a myth, it doesn't actually exist, but it obviously exists.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like actually,
and throughout the book for multiple.
Oh, no.
It was like actually straight men sound like that too. It's like, yeah, some of them.
Yeah, I don't know truly because I'm not a gay male.
First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender.
Do you want to know why they assume that?
For good reason.
Yeah, because either it does, or you're just so disgusting that you're obviously equated to these sex offenders.
Yeah.
By the way, no, it doesn't. So because if someone said rapist, that would say sex offender. You know what I mean?
I guess
but
so.
Pedophile doesn't mean convicted. You know what I mean? So
it
means
means a disgusting bitch. Yeah.
Exactly. So he's
and
not
it leads to a lot of.
He's not trying to disassociate themselves with people who have been convicted. He's trying to He's trying to use a nicer word to destigmatize it and be like, but we've never
ever did any of that.
We've never, except for that one time where the leaders of Prostasia are convicted sex offenders, but other than that. But you know what the thing is, like, you could go get therapy. You don't have to join a group.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
seriously, go get therapy. Stop joining a group.
Sorry, you go.
I just finished. Go.
Oh, I'm saying that, like, sure, you're a disgusting person, but if you want to fix it, go to therapy.
Yeah, therapy's better than a group.
Like, therapy's better than raping a child.
Here's the thing about these, like, sort of
to be fair though, like, this is a group for people who haven't done that, and this is almost the therapy that they are seeking. I think the problem that we have with this are the people who are running this program, not the people who are necessarily seeking help.
I don't know anything about the people that are seeking help, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's almost like they can't keep anorexics in hospital wards together because they'll encourage each other. So it won't help.
Yeah.
You can't do this. Like, this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like a form of hysteria. Like, they're working off each other's energy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction. From
Full stop. Yes, it does.
Perspective, there is no morality or immorality attached to attraction to anyone because no one can control.
Full stop. Yes, they can.
Who they're attracted to at all.
Can this person stop with all the movements? Like, it's just the floundering movements of their shoulders on camera. Like, look at me. I'm so quirky.
Guy. So here's the thing: is that
I got those two buck teeth when I talk.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
You know what? He looks like.
Oh, he does.
Let me get it up.
So you've got this sort of, like, attraction. You don't have to, like, identify with it. So you don't have to say maps. Because that's, like, a very LGBT sort of thing. Like, I identify as who I'm attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying, like, well, I want that identity. And it's like, but who you're attracted to is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
So, because if you identify as gay, it's because you're saying being gay isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're identifying as a map, what you're saying is
saying that map isn't being bad, even though it is horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what he looks like. That's what he reminds me of. Look in chat.
It looks like this guy, like the first person, needs to shave again.
It's my that's my Reddit profile picture is Larry.
Larry the
hell
cucumber.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
They should make these people from Prostasia, just like help them by making them watch VeggieTales.
VeggieTales.
Amen.
Wouldn't that be so nice? Literally, amen. Yeah, they like a little silly songs with Larry and then a little Bible verse, and they'd be all set. They'd be good.
Absolutely, they could go on their way and be a productive member of society.
One thing about gay kids is that none of them watch VeggieTales.
This is a statistical proven fact.
I want to.
Okay.
Okay. No, just kidding. Everyone watched VeggieTales because it was the bomb.
It is.
I watched a few episodes, but the thing is that my sister actively watched it.
I still watch it. I see it on.
And guess who's the straight one?
All of them?
The sister.
Yeah, your sister. Oh, and you're not straight, and she's straight, and she watched VeggieTales?
Yeah.
I think we have cured gayness, people.
Yeah, I said I don't believe in conversion therapy, but I think if anyone could do it, it would be me.
I think conversion therapy is really counterintuitive.
I think maybe it works, but
no,
I don't know.
No.
You don't think so?
It's just a bunch of gay people at a camp.
Oh no, you're thinking of like the Pray the Gay Away camps. That's not what I'm talking about.
Those are. Oh, my boyfriend went to one of those, and then that's how he fell in love with a woman.
Yeah, okay, but you should explain that your boyfriend's trans. Yeah.
And.
Well, that
Calvin, don't make this awkward, please.
No, I'm not making it awkward, but
let's just continue the video.
No, hold on, because she
said
that the gay away camp, and he's like, well, that's how my boyfriend.
Stop pausing the video.
God
damn it.
Yeah.
You understand?
At the time,
who we're attracted to that's either okay or not okay. It's our behaviors in responding to that attraction that are either okay or not okay. And I want to be extremely clear that child sexual abuse is never, ever okay.
Yeah, I think
but having an attraction to minors, as long as it isn't acted on, doesn't mean that the person who has those attractions is doing something wrong. I think we have a tendency to want to categorize people with these attractions as evil. Excuse me, as evil or morally corrupt. But when we're talking about non-offending maps, these are people who have an attraction that they didn't ask for, and one that is frequently they would give anything to change, but they find that they're unable to change those attractions. And most importantly, the people in my study did not act on them. Something else you brought up was the idea that using the term map could suggest that attractions to minors are a type of sexual orientation.
Why do you keep unpausing it?
Whether or not attractions to minors are a type of
Oh, is it just because I'm clicking on it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like he's saying. He said that just because you have an attraction to minors doesn't mean you're evil, and it's like, or that there's anything wrong with that attraction.
There's something wrong with that attraction, but it doesn't make you evil.
So here's the logic of it. If there's nothing wrong with it, then why would you try to tamper it?
Exactly. Like I wouldn't say having the attraction isn't as far as like evil, but it's definitely wrong.
There's something
like you usually need mental help or therapy about that.
Right. Yeah, you're right. There's something wrong about it. There's something
it's like,
I don't know what
it's
the word
not
is.
Normal.
It's divergent, maybe is the word.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
By the way, it's okay to go to therapy.
Yeah, it's okay to go to therapy if you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
Actually, I encourage it.
Yes, we strongly encourage it.
Yeah.
Therapy is a good thing.
Yeah, therapy is a good thing for many people.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody. Some people.
It didn't work for me.
I didn't need it. I didn't need
just
it.
kind of drew. Yeah. Let's continue.
That can be answered with my particular research. My research touched upon the labels that maps use to describe themselves, though, and a lot of them have been really conscious about their choice of language because they don't want to slander, as you put it, lesbian, gay, and bisexual people. So they'll use language to kind of distance themselves from LGB folks, which I talk about more in my book and in other articles that I've written. There's a lot that could be said about whether attractions to minors are in themselves a sexual orientation. And there's
no, we're not.
It's like just nope. Just stay away. I don't blame you.
That's not even an argument. That's not an argument. Just no. Don't put your greasy, child-touching fingers on the community.
It's one of those things where it's like the LBGT, or the ABC, I'm just gonna say, the ABC community has gotten so, like, open-ended, where it's like, almost anyone who wants to join just kind of claims stake in it, and it's usually accepted, and which is kind of sad.
Yeah, it is kind of sad because, like, so you know that kink is at pride parades now. So here's the thing. Pride parades, I remember them, they were sort of, they were a little bit edgy because, you know, the Christians would show up and the Muslims would show up and they'd be protesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it used to be at least child friendly, and now it's not.
Oh my god, it's so not. It's like people are doing drugs in the crowds, walking around in the nude, or at least topless. It's like you got older people hitting on younger people. Like, I've been to one, and it was not good.
Have you?
I went to the Boston Pride Parade.
So here's the thing, is that, like, if you're a kid and you get bullied at school for having two dads, then your dads might want to take you to the Pride Parade and be like, see, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
But you go to this Pride Parade and it's filled with these things that are really not okay to bring a child into that sort of environment.
Yeah.
Then you kind of ruin the whole point of the Pride Parade, isn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah, because
and it's not even like society ruined it. It's like you kind of ruined it yourself.
These specific people ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the thing is that they take advantage of our kindness, because we are used to not being accepted, kind of thing. And because we're so used to that, we want everyone to feel like that, even though some people shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah, which is why I asked the question. How many letters is too many letters?
Oh,
that's a good question, isn't it?
I don't have a solid opinion on that because I don't have enough information.
I would say I don't think there's a point where there would be too many numbers. It's what letters are in it that matter.
No.
What groups are actually getting attention or representation.
Because let me give you my argument. Over inclusivity. At what point do you have so many groups in a group that the point of the group is just nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: 1,000 letters, is 1,000 letters too many letters? Each letter is its own specific group.
Yeah, because I think the community is more like mostly liking the same gender. I think all of us can agree that our same gender we are attracted to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we get LGB, okay.
PQ.
Liking the same gender. No.
Like,
forget about, I don't know what Q means.
Queer.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know what that means.
Isn't
Weird.
queer just gay?
Kinda, yeah. It's like another word for questioning. You're not sure.
So LGBTQQIAAPP and a third P for pedophile.
No.
No. 2IA. 2-spirit. Okay, what about this?
Oh,
okay, ready? Asexual.
Yeah.
Should there be an A in there for asexual? LGBTA. QIA.
There's a plus.
The plus is just everything.
Basically.
Yeah, but
why not just keep it at that? Why not just?
Yeah, but the plus. Every group has a letter, so the plus isn't like if you're
not every group has a letter.
If you're part of the demisexual community.
There's not straight
then you're
people.
not representing yourself as a plus. You're representing yourself as a D.
Straight sexuality is not represented in the LGBT.
Yes, it is. There are allies. Allies are represented in the LGBT community.
Okay. Then I guess I'm represented.
Oh, sure.
Whenever somebody just asks something, I'm usually like, I'm an ally. It's whatever. You guys do your own thing.
You're the fourth.
Okay,
yeah, I'm
Jay,
more of a. You're already the fourth letter.
I'm a coexistent. I'm not an ally.
Wow. I feel like with all of the people who are LGBT like me, we greatly accept and think that allies are like the best. So yeah, but I wouldn't say the A in like the full thing.
There are two A's.
Would represent
asexual and ally.
Asexual and arrow.
Arrow. You want to put a third A in there for ally?
No. Okay, let's continue with this.
Did I cite in my book about that? But
I'm not gonna explain it on the public podcast.
Why is there a tree in the bottom corner of the video?
That's
the logo.
Yeah, that's their logo.
Yeah, why is it a
tree? To me, that misses a larger and more important difference.
Why is it a tree?
Which again is about attraction.
We should look into this. That's a good question. Why is the logo a tree?
And why is there a snake in the background? Like on a painting.
No, it's like a guy. No, it's a guy fighting a snake.
Yeah, exactly. Why?
I don't know.
That's so crazy. A guy fighting That's a representation of him with his priest when he was a young boy.
I guess let's continue on then.
Versus behavior. If we did consider maps to have their own distinct type of sexual orientation, there would still be a huge difference between maps and lesbian, gay, and bisexual people. And that difference is that maps have a sexual attraction that would result in a lot of...
I don't think it's like people... Like, it's more of people not wanting to be associated with maps as opposed to like a lack of acceptance of their existence or something like, or denying them as people. It's just, I don't want to associate with you in any way, shape, or form, which I think is understandable.
Something that's really sad is that there's like something that goes along with maps that's called like MAA, which is a minor attracted adult. No, wait. No, it's a minor attracted, basically a kid who's attracted to adults.
Okay.
It goes with, I think they're called, I don't remember, but probably they're basically like
okay,
AAP. Yes.
So here's the thing: all children are attracted to adults
in some way or another.
Yeah.
No, like basically, like you had a celebrity crush when you were a kid, and here's the thing: when you're 9, it's okay to be attracted to another 9-year-old, but when you're 12, you're no longer attracted to 9-year-olds.
Weird how that works.
Oh,
and
once because you've grown up and.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying like you've grown up and seen that how young they are, kind of thing.
Well, it's like you're no longer on their developmental level.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be attracted to anyone younger than your developmental level. So I actually have a theory about maps. Did you know that when people, specifically women, but it might happen to men too, are abused, like in a specific way, at a young age, their voice will stop developing. So abuse victims will have really high voices. Sort of like this guy. So I have a theory that it's going the same way with that sort of, you like mentally sort of freeze time in your development point. Which that sort of abuse might cause this MAP sort of thing. So I think this sort of thing, if you're that demented, really stems from some sort of childhood trauma.
Maybe those buck teeth are stemmed from childhood trauma. Maybe he ate too many carrots.
For LGBT.
Olivia, what
and
do you
the
think?
glasses just finished the look.
Oh my god, no, I don't like him.
He's so creepy.
He is.
I hate how all these people look exactly how you expect them to.
Exactly.
No harm in having consensual relationships with one another. So
wait, go back. I want to hear what that full sentence.
You better say. Put it, lesbian, gay, and bisexual people. So they'll use language to kind of distance themselves from LGBT folks, which I talk about more in my book and in other articles that I've written.
Man keeps on plugging his book.
There's a lot that could be said about whether attractions to minors are in themselves a sexual orientation, and there's research that I cite in my book about that. But to me, that misses a larger and more important difference, which again is about attraction versus behavior. If we did consider MAPS to have their own distinct type of sexual orientation, there would still be a huge difference between MAPS and lesbian, gay, and bisexual people. And that difference is that MAPS have a sexual attraction that would result in a lot of harm if they acted on it. Whereas for LGBT folks, there's no harm in having consensual relationships with one another.
Okay, thank God.
Well, so okay, problem with that.
Lies.
Hold on, don't abuse. Okay. The problem is that it's like, yeah, there is no problem in the LGBT community about having relationships with one another. The problem is the clear abundance of illegal, like, relationships of where you got tons of underage people just, you know, having relationships with older people, and it's not condemned enough, I think. Because they don't care from how, you know, few people that there are out there.
I'll have to find this radio ad, but I hear it all the time, and it's like, help an LGBTQ youth in your area find a mentor.
Oh,
which I heard that and I was like, maybe. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, wait a second. So you want to hook a young gay person up with an old gay person?
Yeah.
That's so creepy. That'd be like, do you have a young woman in your life who's having a trouble adjusting with her sexual orientation? Well, here's a 30-year-old man who can help her out. It's like, what?
That is exactly
ew.
This is why we are condemning Prostasia, because that is literally what they do.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is that if you go to their website, they have a lot of things that you would be like, maybe if you're fundraising for. One of them is the Broken Fosters. Okay, survivor
Let's look
trauma.
this up.
Americans' broken foster care system. So you have a lot of things, and you're like, oh, you're a child advocacy group, but then you get to the MAP stuff, and a large part of what they do is the MAP stuff. So much of it.
Yeah, well, they say right on their website, we are a child protection organization.
Okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
So but it's almost like being apologetic. You know what I mean? It's like, we're pedos.
Sorry,
we're gonna raise money to they're like, we're one of the good ones though, so we're gonna raise money because they want the group identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're like, they won't accept that their group is horrible. So they're like, we're gonna raise money to fix the problems of what the bad people in our group did.
Exactly.
It's really in that difference between attraction and behavior. And non-offending MAPs, by definition, do not abuse children, so their behaviors are moral. But they're still...
Okay, there's a difference between moral and not immoral. Their behaviors are maybe not evil, but that doesn't mean they're like good.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say their behaviors are neutral at best.
What do you mean neutral?
At best.
Okay.
They said non-offending maps their behaviors are by definition moral, and I said no, their behaviors are by definition neutral at best. As opposed
I could
to
agree
moral.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's saying they're good people, and he's saying no, they're not bad people. Maybe.
Yeah.
But they're not good people.
It's taking advantage of people who hate themselves and really truly want to change. That's what they're taking advantage of.
Do you think?
I think, yeah. But
yes. Yeah, so the leaders of this organization are like taking money from people who are like, I want a support group because I feel horrible about myself, as they should.
Yeah. Let me play it.
Yeah, and
objected to this.
No, go ahead.
Same idea.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, please.
That they're bad people,
Olivia,
and they've often internalized that for themselves.
You're being put in charge of pause and play.
I'm aware.
Okay.
So that's why I've used this subtitle, Minor Attracted People and Their Pursuit of Dignity, because a lot of the people I interviewed for the book have encountered people who have told them that they're bad people or monsters just because of their attractions, or they feel that same way about themselves. And it's often a process for them to just stop feeling internally like they're monsters. Some of the people in my study have been going through this process for years, decades even, and some of them had just started it, maybe even just weeks before we spoke. Seeing my participants be so affected by the stigma against them was really hard because they were trying their best to be good people. So it was important for me to use language that was as non-stigmatizing for them as possible.
There's kind of a lot to pick up there, but
he said so much nonsense.
He's back. Our friend is back.
I forgot Weasel was part of this interview.
Weasel.
By the way, they both have the upward angle, and it's really bad. Like nobody told them.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
Okay, so remember the question that he asked? The question that he asked was, people are concerned because you're either trying to destigmatize pedophilia, or you're trying to like equate them to the LGBT community. And he responded to both of those, and his response to both of those, well, is something along the lines of, well, I kind of am doing both of those things.
That's not okay.
Yeah. And in this interview, I was just going to pretend like he didn't just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, play.
Let's play it.
I guess the one thing I wondered if you could talk about a little more, just to start, is, you know that the term pedophile is often used. I mean, people use it to mean people who are attracted to minors, but they also kind of use it to just mean people who abuse children. And I guess you sort of say that there's sort of a difference there. Could you talk about like what the difference is and like why it's important?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is such an important topic to bring up, so thank you for that. It's funny because when I give talks and mention that pedophile doesn't mean someone who has committed a sexual offense and is instead referring to attraction, I still see phones come out because people will be Googling to see if I'm correct in my language choice or not. But yes, there's a big difference between MAPS and child sexual abusers. Pedophilia is a clinical term that indicates a sexual attraction to people who have not gone through puberty. MAP refers to someone who has preferential attractions to minors, and that can include children who have gone through puberty or not.
Okay, he's actually right
sexual
about
abusers.
That. So the word you're looking for is a phebophile, which means underage. But yeah, so a phebophile is sort of like teenagers.
That's pedophile. Still bad.
Well, yeah, but it's not as bad. Okay, think about it. You go to prison if you're 19 for hooking up with a 17-year-old.
Okay, that's why we have Romeo and Juliet laws.
Yeah, but that only applies if you were previously a minor while dating. If you met while you were 17 and 18, then that's prison.
Yeah.
Which, even if there's only 6 month difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would be a pedophile, and that wouldn't be that bad. But if you're saying you're a 30-year-old man and you've got a 10-year-old boy, You're a 30-year-old priest, and you got a bunch of 8-year-olds.
No.
Sorry.
But like, if you're 30 and you're dating a 17-year-old, that's weird.
I hope the Romeo and Juliet law doesn't apply.
No, yeah, no shit. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Are people who have committed a sexual offense against a child. Many of these people are indeed MAPs. But first of all, there are many people who commit sexual offenses against a minor who are not attracted to children in general. We know that abusers commonly commit sexual offenses for reasons.
Okay, what did he just say? He said, Jay, what did you say?
What?
Pardon?
He has no idea.
Back.
Yeah.
If I'm correct in my language choice or not. But yes, there's a big difference between MAPs and child sexual abusers to minors, and that can include children who have gone through puberty or not. And then child sexual abusers are people who have committed a sexual offense against a child. Many of these people are indeed MAPs. But first of all, there are many people who commit sexual offenses against a minor who are not attracted to children in general.
What? What did he just say?
Okay, basically.
Okay, Jay, what do you think he's gonna say next?
He better choose his next words very wisely.
He's gonna say something about power. Manager evil. What's he gonna say?
It's about drive. It's about power. Sorry.
What do you think he's gonna say?
He could say anything.
Yeah, about this, he's saying, okay, these child sexual abusers are not always pedophiles, is what he's saying. So what's the justification he's gonna give?
So do you think he's gonna try to win this debate on a technicality of definition?
He might.
Okay, let's play it.
We know that abusers commonly commit sexual offenses for reasons related to power, control, and access, not because of
You were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
This dude's seriously gonna say power.
It's
you ever seen, what was it? I think it was Scarface.
The child is on top. It's not illegal.
Well, I mean...
For a disclaimer, I do not agree with him at all.
I don't think any of us do. It's okay.
I agree with that statement if you apply it to dolphins, not children.
I just don't...
Yeah, no, we all disagree with that statement.
Pedophile bad. End the stream.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
Of attraction. So many child sexual abusers are not MAPs. And then just as importantly, many MAPs...
Wait, many child predators aren't MAPs. Wait, that sounds so counterproductive. Wait.
Hey, maybe it was just for the fun of it. Maybe it was like a drunk wing of... Maybe... I don't know what he's trying to argue.
See.
He's trying to argue that it's about power. Which is like... Maybe?
Wait, let me try to re-listen to his sentence.
Okay. Well, we're trying to give this guy the best benefit of the doubt.
I'm trying to prove he's a pedophile.
He probably is.
Mitzi's one, right?
Wait, I'm trying to see what he's saying.
Okay.
Who the frick is pausing it?
I'm not even touching it.
You gotta hit the button, not the screen.
The space, the arrow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This shit.
Against a minor who are not attracted to children in general. We know that abusers commonly commit sexual offenses for reasons related to power, control, and access, not because of attraction. So many child sexual abusers are not MAPs. And then just as importantly, many MAPs never commit a sexual offense against a minor.
I do kind of understand where he's coming from there.
No, I get what he's saying. Because, like, if there are people that want to go to therapy... But here's the thing. I hate the idea that these people are identifying with a label, because if you're going to therapy, it means
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're identifying as a label, you think it's like a group identity.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then you're giving power. You're trying. Your whole thing is like we're trying to give power and a voice and identity to that group of people. That there are a lot of bad people in, and it's not going very well.
We don't understand that distinction. We make incorrect assumptions about the likelihood of offending amongst MAPs. This leads to people believing that just because someone is attracted to minors, they're likely to commit an offense. And we start to criminalize a population
Okay, I wish
just
I could
because
ask.
of their attractions.
Can I ask this guy a question? If you said, I'm attracted to minors, do you think I would allow you anywhere near, like, a nephew or a child of mine? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely. I don't care if you've committed an offense or not. That's not happening.
Just like, no.
Yeah, like, just no. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's all I had to toss in.
Yeah.
This is a problem in terms of criminalization, but it also serves to heighten stigma against MAPs in general, which is a huge problem.
Is it though?
It was also, I mean, does it make it harder to sort of like...
Weasel!
Yeah, he's back. Basement man.
Oh my god. Wait. I think we told you this story. But me and, Calvin's, we had a STEM teacher. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
We had a teacher. And his name was... We'll call him Randy. And we said that...
Randy?
Oh, Randy. It's always a Randy, let's be honest.
Randy's basement, because his office was literally a basement.
Yeah, they put the creepiest dude in a basement.
Oh, that's poor dude.
No, he was creepy as heck.
Yeah,
he was never creepy.
Just throw the creepiest guy in a basement? Okay, then. I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah, keep him away from all the other teachers.
They couldn't hear the children scream.
Identify child sexual abuse in general if you're sort of focused on this one population who isn't necessarily always the ones doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if we have this idea that child sexual abusers look a certain way, are a certain way.
Yeah, they do look a certain way, just like both of you.
Yeah, I'm watching this right now. It's like
are
they definitely look a certain way.
Are they both maps, or are they just weird?
I don't know. Wouldn't that be public record?
No, if they were on the sex offender registry.
Yeah. Should we look them up? See if they're there?
No, it's not. Yeah, look up. Dox these guys because their addresses will be there too.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm not gonna look it up on stream.
No, just like separately.
Yeah.
Or I can look
up a federal sex offender registry.
Yeah. Do we know what basement dweller's name is? Because we know the gay guy. His name.
Well, we don't know if he's gay.
Let's see.
We don't know if he's gay.
Well, I'm assuming by his accent.
Accent.
Search by name. Okay.
I'm gonna look up Alan.
I'm also looking him up.
Alan Walker. Found him.
You did? 2 results.
He works at a university.
I did not see.
These guys aren't the ones.
In the national. Wait. Yeah, in the National Sex Offender Registry by the Department of Justice. There's different. There's 2 Alan Walkers, but it's not him.
Yeah, they're not him.
Alan Walker goes by they, them. So.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do.
Man.
Placed. Oh my god! ODU professor placed on administrative leave after comments on pedophilia.
Okay, this guy's name is Noah Berlatsky.
Well, okay, so I see what you're looking at. That wasn't all of it. Defending pedophiles, which is wrong, but to be fair, defending pedophiles might be just the media taking what he said out of context and saying that they shouldn't be ostracized because they can't help their urges.
They can help.
Okay, they can help their urges.
Yeah.
Can he just please stop? I hate him.
Oh, let's look up.
His dog. He has a dog. No.
Okay, so neither of them are on the National Sex Offender Registry, so that's good.
I don't know. What's the other guy's name?
Noah Berlatsky.
Okay, so
are
neither
they
of them.
Too?
Okay.
Wait, are they Canadian actually? Oh.
Are they?
They might be.
I think if you were in that interview at all, you should go to it. Yeah, like if you admit to be that, then you're supposed to go to that list. Okay, let's continue watching it.
Yeah.
Be missing the majority of offenses that are committed because we're so focused on this one idea.
So that in the book you say that your initial work was with victims of sexual violence, and I think a lot of people sort of find it odd that a person would go from there to sort of researching minor attracted people, especially in sort of such a sympathetic way. So I guess like what led you to this project and to trying, and I guess how do you reconcile that with sort of like trying to be empathetic or work with victims of sexual violence?
Yeah, so I had worked with victims of sexual abuse as a counselor, which is one of my very first jobs as a social worker. It was both heartbreaking and...
Am I the only one who thought that he was going to say offenses?
Yeah, that was my very first offense.
That's my very first offense. Baby's first offense.
Oh, don't say babies.
Oh, good point. Wait, never mind. Sorry.
Infuriating to hear about people's experiences with sexual victimization in that capacity. And all I really wanted to do was protect them from the pain that they were experiencing, which I couldn't do. And when I was trying to help them access help through the criminal legal system, it was frustrating that the system wasn't helping the victims. And that was most of the time. Most of the time it wasn't helping them, not in the way they needed. So I started further noticing the ways in which the criminal processing system really contributes to harm when I ended up facilitating a support group with women who were incarcerated.
It like led to people almost like harming them, because like that certainly shouldn't happen. Like you shouldn't be in that position. Go get therapy if you want help. Don't go through the criminal justice system. I don't know.
Pedophiles have a good time in prison.
And as they should. Victims of sex.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, like props to inmates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these people, thieves and murderers, and they will
literally murder.
Yeah, they will give the pedophiles what's coming to them.
Yeah.
Violence. At that point, I started having my eyes opened to institutional harms that were caused by the criminal processing system as a whole, to those who are criminalized and to those who are victimized alike. As I started learning more about the system, I learned more and more about alternatives to the way we currently deal with people who commit offenses. And a big part of that is in offense prevention. I actually worked for many years for an organization that developed alternatives to incarceration through violence.
Hold on a second. So, does anyone else get what he just said? Alternative ways to like dealing with people who have committed offenses, and that is
what's an alternative way?
And then he just goes off about like offense prevention. It's like he's specified with people who haven't or who have committed offenses.
Yeah. So
if you committed an offense, go to jail.
Yeah. Like, come on, please expand on what you said. Don't go off about defense prevention, because that doesn't give us something to talk about here. Okay.
It's so crazy, like the sleight of hand tricks these people use, because it's like they don't think anybody will notice. Yeah, he says there are alternative ways to deal with people who have committed these offenses, like offense prevention, and he's going to go off.
It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, prevention. So deterrence and prevention are not ways to deal with criminal justice. I mean, they are, but they're not like, that's almost like a hindsight is 20/20 sort of thing.
Yeah, like if you hurt a child, go to jail.
Rot in jail.
Rot
in hell.
Rotten. Just rot. I want to see you rot in real life. Okay.
Oof.
That's. I don't
Burnt.
care.
Yeah.
That is.
I hope both sides of your pillow are too hot and you can't sleep.
Oh, you're evil.
I am.
You literally.
I hope you drop the soap. Drop the soap.
Drop the soap, don't drop the soap, baby. Tip the soap, don't tip the soap over.
Oh God.
And
yeah, he's about to be like, how do we deal with these people? Well, we prevent the crimes from happening. And he goes, okay, but what you're saying is that these people are having bad conditions after they've been convicted?
Yeah.
Because obviously,
if they're convicted, they deserve like a life sentence.
Yeah, for that kind of crime.
So people keep on bringing up like an alternative treatment, which is like prescripted child not safe for life.
Mm-hmm.
I think I get what you're saying.
It's like, no, you're still damaging a child.
Yes, to do that.
Yeah. Like, you're damaging a child if you're prescripting that.
And they're saying, but it'll prevent things. And it's, no, it won't.
If anything, it'll invoke them more.
I'm not sure it'll have any effect.
Yeah. Let's play it again.
Restorative justice initiatives, alternative court programs, and so on. But I never heard about any initiatives that attempted to prevent sexual offending against minors. Actually, through engaging in this work, I never even understood that people with attractions to minors and people who commit offenses against them are entirely distinct groups. And I actually remember learning about that from a news article while I was browsing online. And it totally shifted my understandings about sexual offending.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Okay. No, they are heavily overlapping groups, is what he should say. He said people who are sexually attracted to minors and people who commit offenses are completely different groups.
No.
Maybe they're slightly different groups, but no. That is a pretty big middle section on that Venn diagram.
Yeah. Oh God. Just can't believe how they're trying to be part of my community.
You know, I bet they do. I bet they're going to say that a large number of people are minor attracted people. And then they're going to pull up a study that counts, like, saying, do you think this 17-year-old is hot, as being a minor attracted person?
God. Like, if I showed...
That's what they're going to do, I bet.
Yeah.
I became really interested in researching MAPS from the perspective of preventing sexual offending against children. Okay. And I began attending workshops led by Before You Act, the advocacy group I was discussing earlier, as I developed my research.
Wait, there's workshops?
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
Wait. So I can go to my nearest pedophile convention.
Probably not where we are.
Oh, of course not where we are. But like,
you get shot.
Exactly.
Your head blown off. Come down to the map convention. Actually, we should do that just to get all these creeps in one place.
Just like target.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Target practice. Okay, I'm joking.
You don't mean that either.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No.
We don't want any violence to be happened upon anyone ever.
No.
And I mean that.
Unless they've harmed a child.
I do not condone violence.
I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence on anybody.
I don't.
Not even as people as despicable as this guy.
Exactly. Yes. I
keep playing.
Yeah.
Wait, what? The video is...
my research study
ended
up including interviews with...
I've been told that the video is unavailable.
What is?
And it's been disabled by the owner.
It is?
Hold on a second.
The one that we're watching just now.
No, the podcast.
It hasn't been disabled by the owner. I'm on it.
Wait.
I'm on it too.
Wait. Same. Yeah. What?
Wait, you're watching it?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Same.
I think it's fine. We have a viewer. Or we did.
We have like 2 viewers.
Well, we did.
We do?
Yeah, we have 2 viewers right now.
One of them's Manager Evil. Nicknames. Nicknames are fun. Keep playing the video. I think we're fine. I don't know.
Well, they tried to watch it through Discord, apparently.
Yeah.
42 minor attracted people. And in those interviews, I asked participants about their experiences with coming to terms with their identity and coping with the stigma that they faced, as well as about how they've strategized not to commit offenses. My purposes for asking about their strategies for non-offending are probably obvious, as I'm interested in offense prevention, and I figured MAP's personal strategies,
or just don't be near children,
would have relevance to other MAPs.
I have a question for you guys. Hey, Isaac, how do you stop yourself from raping?
I have no idea. You just do it. You just do it. I don't have...
Stop yourself from theft. You just don't, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't get...
How do you stop yourself from just murdering everyone that just gets on your nerves? How do you do that?
You just don't.
Yeah, you just don't.
So this guy's talking about prevention strategies, as if you need, like, stop, count to 10, I don't want to do this. How, first of all, how weak do you have to be, just of a person? Yeah. How morally repugnant for you to just not realize how abnormal that is?
That's not good.
Absolutely. No. It's bad. Yeah. Keep going. Like that shot that kind of caught me off guard when he said prevention, like individual prevention strategies. Like when you teach kids how to not be mad, like, okay, count to 10.
It's kind of sad how, like, you see a child and you just want to hurt them.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Don't do that.
No. That's not normal.
It's struggling with some kind of temptation to act on their attractions. But my reasons for asking about my participants' understandings about their identity and their experiences in forming it might not be quite so obvious. Initially, I saw those questions as something that would just give context to how they strategize not to offend, so pretty much just background information.
I'm gonna create a roadmap on how to not touch children.
How not to touch tots. Here are your strategies.
Avoiding Kids 101.
Like, what are they called again? They're like little, like, trivia. Like,
how
does blank not hurt a child? A, they leave. B, they talk to the child.
Don't talk to the child.
Don't talk to the child.
So I try to avoid. By the way, isn't it funny how I heard this? I think it was a joke, but yeah, it was. I know it was a joke. I heard this joke, and it was like it reminded me how funny is it that like older women can like just talk to little kids. Like we allow that. Men cannot talk to children.
Well, yeah, we can't, but
Unless you're with your wife or your girlfriend, you better not be talking to children.
oh yeah,
Like at all.
That's actually weird to think about.
Isn't it? So we just assume all men. But by the way, I think it's right because men are weird. Not that we think they're gonna do, not that we think they're gonna do harm to the child, but we think they're gonna like put some weird conspiracy theories into their brains. Yeah, like stop talking to children.
Just leave children alone. I don't care about your gender.
It's one of those things that's like a double standard that I kind of agree with. Like keep men away from children.
Some women are bad.
Yeah,
course.
keep those women away from children.
Just keep people away.
Keep people away from children. Keep children locked up in a pod. They should be fed through a tube.
People. Keep people away from people.
Yeah, social distance. Social distance.
Hey.
You don't want to catch the pedo.
it's contagious.
It's like how people treat being gay.
It was like how Epstein was. He was very contagious.
They release the gay spores in the air. You don't want to catch it. This guy's releasing a lot of gay spores. Look at him.
Those buck teeth are just spewing them everywhere.
Spewing the gay spores. Olivia, is that how you got it?
How I caught the gay. I don't know.
You don't know? You can't
remember?
It
happened one day.
I think.
What's going on here?
So what happened one day? I was in the 3rd grade.
And you remember? Oh man, you were in the 3rd grade. Was your uncle around?
No, Mrs. Jenkins. Okay, fucking fine, Mrs. Jenkins.
What the heck are you talking about?
Do you remember Mrs. Jenkins?
I don't think so.
Oh shit! She was my 3rd grade teacher, and like she's like, and I'm like, why am I attracted to a woman? This isn't normal. This isn't.
Was that like a raise your hand kind of question?
I almost did, but then like until 5th grade, I learned that it's an actual thing.
Ah.
Yeah, all women are bisexual. Actually, you just realized it before most of them did.
But then, like, I started identifying in like early 8th grade.
Yeah, that means you're smart.
Yeah, you got it out of the way before high school.
Before college, yeah. Like it's out of your system.
Yeah.
Good job.
Like, my sister said like, oh,
you're advanced.
My sister says like, oh, it's probably just a weird phase, you know.
Well, it is.
It's a weird phase. It's
a weird phase.
It's not a weird phase. Cause it's not weird. All women have it.
And then my sister's like, it's just a weird phase. You'll get over with it.
Which that is some privilege that women have, where it's just a phase, or she's just experimenting. With guys, once you take one step down that road, there's no going back.
Gay.
Yeah, you're gay forever.
Literally.
Gay.
There's nothing you can do.
Sorry.
You know, by the way, it's okay to be gay. I am.
Yeah, legally, absolutely, it's okay to be gay.
It's okay to be gay.
God. Be yourself. Oh God, that song. Oh, we have 4 people watching.
Yeah, keep turning the pedophile video.
Yeah.
I want to get this.
I think one of them is napping. One of them is me. One of them is you. And then
someone literally just commented something.
Oh
yeah.
I know that person. It's okay. It's okay. I know that person.
Oh thank gosh.
we are. Yeah, Thomas Capybara.
Thomas Capybara. Capybara.
Hear that, Callie? You're a capybara.
Coconut doggy. God, I hate that sound. Wait. Let me play it. I'll be right back. I have to get some water.
Okay, let's continue the video then.
Yeah. You'll just have to catch me up.
I attended workshops and met MAPS in person and through interviews. I heard about these experiences and how scared MAPS often were when they realized that they had this attraction that's pretty universally
Is it kind of like, do you think it's kind of like coming out of the closet, where you come out as a map?
I'm sure maps come out of closets all the time.
Every day, right. All day.
No, only at night, right into like a 6-year-old's bedroom.
They come out of the 6-year-old closet.
The closet, yeah. They come out of the closet. They sneak attack. Imagine, like, you go to a business interview and it's like, I'm a map. And they're like, what does that mean? He goes, oh, I'm attracted to minors. So when's bring your daughter to work day?
Oh, God.
Although I'm not a map myself, I'm queer, and so I too have been through experiences and realized that I have attractions many people wouldn't understand, and that some people find to be immoral. And those experiences have really shaped who I've become. And so I sort of empathized with those experiences, and I wanted to learn more.
It sounds like he just said he was abused.
Through experiences and realizing that I have attractions many people wouldn't understand, and that some people find to be immoral. And those experiences have really shaped who I've become. And so I sort of empathized with those experiences, and I often were when they realized that they had this attraction that's pretty universally maligned. Although I'm not a map myself, I'm queer, and so I too have been through experiences and realizing that I have attractions many people wouldn't understand. And
like children.
That some people find to be immoral.
Okay, so many people wouldn't understand. That sounds like he's saying he was abused. Maybe he's not.
I think that he's secretly a map.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think that's why he's going out of his way to defend these?
You missed a gemstone.
Oh gosh, yeah. What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You'll have to replay.
And those experiences have really shaped who I've become.
He basically said something along the lines of like maps coming to terms with what they are at some point in their life, and we're like, so basically it's coming out of the closet.
No.
But it's coming out of the closet of a 6-year-old kid.
I do not condone this.
None of us with those experiences. Absolutely, and I wanted to learn more.
So you're sort of talking about sort of stigma against maps.
He sounds so nervous, like he's talking about himself. The closet dweller has spoken. I just like how, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor.
No,
like,
if you're coming out of the basement.
At least on stream, if you see this cursor, like he's got these two like little horns of hair coming down onto his forehead, one on each side. And it's very off-putting. He's got this weird afro, and it's just coming down, these two like little horns of hair coming down from his face. And I'm just noticing. It's like this guy, the more I look at him, the stranger he gets. Like, what are those things to the right of him?
He came out of the basement.
Yeah, he's got like a laundry hamper. He's got bookshelves.
And what is that on top of it? It's like they're in front of his doorway.
Yeah, it is. He's got a laundry hamper right in front of his doorway.
And is that like a cat on top of it?
It's obvious that he lives in his...
It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? It's not moving, though.
And they're right in front of his doorway. They're literally blocking the door.
The bookshelf is blocking the corner of the door.
It is.
I think he lives with his mom.
He never leaves the basement.
He just doesn't.
He came out of the basement, not the closet.
Yeah, that's what maps do.
Degree here, and sort of empathizing with their experiences of stigma.
No, don't empathize with pedophiles.
No, don't empathize with MAPS.
Don't ever. No.
I think you're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about, but I just know that they're.
Let them ask questions for a while. We'll see when something pulls up.
Let the electric shock therapy take its course.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think that people should be stigmatized, right? That if you have
yes,
that if you're attracted, that attractions to minors should be very strongly stigmatized in order to prevent people from thinking that they're okay or from acting on them.
Yes.
And that I mean, in your book though, you seem to be arguing for less stigma. So could you talk about like what's wrong with using stigma to sort of like prevent sexual violence in this way, and why would you rather see stigma reduced?
Yeah, absolutely. I do talk a lot about stigma. I think we believe societally that stigma against MAPS serves to protect children because somehow we don't fully understand the differences between MAPS and sex offenders. Again, we have this confusion.
No, you don't understand the relations between MAPS and sex offenders. We all do. We get it. We get it. That's why we're against it.
I think he's saying like we aren't being represented properly, but it's like 99% of people are seeing them as represented how they want to see them represented. Like everyone's perfectly happy with all the MAPS being off in the corner with the other sex offenders. And they're like, hey, it's not fair that we're here. And I mean, okay, you can be like the outer layer. You're like the shell of the egg of representation.
Yeah, you're allowed to maybe come into cafes every once in a while, but
yeah,
that's it.
We just need to have to evacuate it. The cafe first.
Yeah, Map Mondays,
criminal
maybe?
behavior.
Map Mondays, kids eat free.
No.
Which I stress so much is just a huge problem. Stigma against MAPS is a problem in part because it makes MAPS think that they're monsters. That's really problematic in terms of MAP well-being. It's really hard to cope when you think you're a terrible person because you have attractions that you can't change. But it's also hugely problematic because when MAPS get the impression that they're destined to commit an offense against a child, they might not realize that it's a choice that they have and that there's help out there if they feel some kind of temptation to commit an offense. Not only is this a problem because it affects how MAPs understand themselves, but in the event that a MAP does decide to reach out for help, their stigma has huge consequences for the kind of help that...
Please receive help. Like, get therapy.
Please, yeah, if you're watching and you're a pedophile,
just don't go to Prostasia for help.
Available to them. For instance, if a MAP sought out one-on-one therapy with a counselor, they might not know whether the counselor fully understands the difference between someone who has an attraction to minors and someone who has committed an offense against a child. Because of that stigma, counselors are just like anyone else. They might know that, they might not. If they end up in therapy with a counselor who mistakenly believes all MAPs have committed an offense or will do so at some point, their therapist might end up making a report against them that they shouldn't be making.
Okay, first of all, HIPAA, right? Like, if therapists or doctors, they can't do that unless you intend to harm again or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not right. It's like maybe I'm wrong.
By law, like a therapist cannot say anything outside unless
they have good reason you intend to harm again.
Yeah. Only there's like probable consent that you will act on your actions.
Yeah, and then you'll be like, I'm attracted to minors, and the therapist. There's no way a therapist would be like, oh, that means you're a sex offender, and he goes, no, because nobody is that stupid.
Yeah.
I hate when people make this distinction, like normal people don't know, and it's like, no, normal people do know.
And then it's like at that point, like take every precaution that you can to not, like, you know.
Yeah. He's confusing it more than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like bad.
Yeah.
So no, he's saying he's disincentivizing therapy because he's saying maybe the therapist won't know. It's like, no, the therapist will know. Mm-hmm. If your therapist doesn't know, get a new therapist.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like the therapy should happen.
Yeah, it needs to happen. Get therapy. Moral of the story, get therapy.
Unfortunately, some MAPS have had that exact type of experience, which discourages others from help seeking, even when they might really need that help as a non-offending strategy. So the stigma that we have against MAPS throughout society can not only affect well-being, but it can actually lead to harm against children.
I personally think that the stigma is good.
No, I think the stigma is good. I think the stigma is not leading to more harm against children. That's a jump.
Yeah. Sure, it's a stigma to go to therapy, but I feel like the stigma about pedophiles should stay, because you might hurt a child.
Right.
I guess this is a sort of related question, but I mean, your book is...
Yay, he's back. Dude, those eye sags.
Talks a lot about sort of the depression and isolation, which many...
Like, his eyebrows are just as messy as his hair.
Dude, how... They're like slanted.
Absolutely. And they're slanted with his eyes almost.
He looks bored of what... Even he looks bored of what Alan is saying. He knows his bullshit.
He looks more scared because he's almost like realizing the monster he is right before while they're talking about this.
He's listening to what Alan's saying and he's
because
like...
of stigma.
Look at how wrinkly his shirt is.
Because they're considered... they're basically considered to be sexual abusers. And I think many people are sort of like uneasy with the idea that you should really empathize with them. I mean, even if you think stigma should be reduced, the idea that you should really be thinking about them as victims themselves in some ways.
They are not victims. If you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile. You're not a victim.
Okay, here's what it is. If someone hurt you in your past, I'm not a victim blamer. You're not that. If you've been abused. But if you go on to abuse others, then it is your fault. Because that's what a lot of abuse victims do. A lot of abuse victims transfer their abuse onto others. So if you were abused, not your fault. If you go on to abuse others, it is your fault. And that's a rule.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an excuse.
No excuses.
I feel like
you're sad, you're lonely, that's why you need to diddle my nephew? Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
People are concerned that takes the you're no longer centering victims of sexual abuse themselves, and that can lead to I guess pushing for policies that might harm child sexual abusers or that might make it easier to offend. So I mean, like, is that something you're concerned about, or sort of why does sort of like a more empathetic approach to MAPS seem like the way to go to you?
Yeah, it's not at all uncommon to have these questions. Some of the feedback I've gotten about my book and my work in general is that empathizing with MAPS somehow, quote unquote, encourages them. But the reason that MAPS deal with depression and isolation is due to the stigma that I've been talking about. And that stigma itself can lead to harm for MAPS and children alike. Sometimes I hear from people who think that MAPS need to work on getting rid of their attractions for themselves altogether. And on one hand, just because someone has attractions to children doesn't mean that they won't ever experience attraction to adults as well, or even that their attractions to children will persist for their entire lives. Sexuality can be fluid, and there are many MAPS who have a range of attractions to both children and adults, and sometimes those attractions can fluctuate just like any other attractions. On the other hand, we also know that such...
Yeah, it's based on, like, the moon. Yeah, so, like, full moon, they're full pedo. And it fluctuates to new moon, they're like, regular.
Yeah.
It's based on the tides.
Yeah. Pedophilia is a fluid.
I really see pedophilia as a fluid construct.
I see pedophilia as something that should be behind bars, personally.
It's funny because they're trying to be like, no, we're not trying to say pedophiles are the same as the LGBT, but they use all the same language.
Yeah.
To describe themselves. So it's like, what am I supposed to think?
So stupid.
And I think that's a strategy. I think they're doing that on purpose, actually.
Yeah,
I
haven't met.
We're not going to overtly demand that we're part of the LGBT, but we're just going to use all the language. So he's saying it's fluid and it's sexuality and it's stigmatized, and we're trying to destigmatize. It's not though.
So as someone like I've been in the community for a while.
Yeah, you're a resident.
I'm a full-time resident of the LGBT community. I have a veterans discount there. So basically, I've never met a single person who identified as anything but straight who agreed with this stuff. Never met someone. I've never met someone who said that pedophilia is okay. Yeah.
Hold on, so only straight people that you know have agreed with this?
Well, she's never met any. Presumably, she's never met any.
Oh, no one in the
I've
LBGT.
met one straight person who was okay with it.
Yeah, because obviously the LGBT community doesn't want pedophiles.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe like very fringe people do.
Yeah, but personally, I've not met someone like that.
Yeah, obviously normal people don't want pedophiles in the LGBT community, but that's what this guy's trying to do, and he's trying to weasel his way in there.
Yeah, and he's saying we're not.
But remember what he said? He said whether or not it's part of the LGBT community, that's a discussion for another day. But he's just trying to explain it as if it is. And it's like, it's not. It's different. It's abusive.
Yeah, being part of LGBT is different. Like, for one, no. Sorry. God, this just pisses me off. This is a pet peeve of mine if you couldn't tell.
Yeah. No, I can't tell. That's why you're here.
Exactly. That's... yeah.
Alright, play it.
Conversion therapy are not at all effective. And yet that tends to be what people think of when they believe.
Well, I would like to say that I agree that conversion therapy isn't effective, but as I said previously, if anyone can do it, I can do it. I can make you gay or straight if I want. Just like half an hour.
So I left my phone on accident, and like I was like moving it around for a second. I must have accidentally opened up TikTok. It just played the weirdest sound. And I'm like, oh fuck. But
What's that?
I hope
Just some random sound.
yeah.
That MAPS should be trying to get rid of their attractions.
No, I hope not.
They should go to some kind of therapeutic intervention where they can be converted. But that's not really an option. So what is an option?
Yes, it is. Getting those yes, it is. Therapy is an option. Yes, it is. Because I guarantee you're a pedophile not because it's genetic or that's the way you were born, but because you have an issue other than being a pedophile. Because that's what so many of these people are. These types of people. You know. And going to therapy can help because therapy works for a lot of people. And you don't want to surround yourself by people who saying it's okay to be a pedophile. You want to go somewhere and said, you want to go somewhere to someone that's going to say, no, this is not okay, not right, and we can talk through what issues you have that are making you, I don't know, diverge in this sort of way.
Who want it into some kind of affirming therapy where their provider understands that their attraction.
He said affirming therapy. Is that not crazy?
It is.
Jay, are we going on too long, you think? Because I think that this is just going to go in circles.
I think he's at a point where he's just trying to rehash his position.
Absolutely. Let's skip to the end real quick. Last 5 minutes.
Sure. We can hear his closing summaries.
Yeah.
They're offending, but generally that feedback seems like it's coming from people who haven't read my book and are instead just reacting to what they.
That might be us. I'm not giving this guy money though. Like, I might buy his book and listen to it, but I'm not going to give this type of person money.
About without taking the time to read it first. And then some of the negative reactions I've heard also attack me based on my gender identity. My identity is a trans person, so those reactions have been hurtful just because it always sucks to read hate against trans people. But generally, people
against transgender people.
Oh, I forgot they were a they. Manager Evil told us that earlier in the thing. I totally forgot that. You know why I forgot it? Because I didn't think about it. My criticisms against this fine individual, well, not fine individual, are purely based on their ideas and how absolutely repulsive they are. Let's hear his last 1 minute.
Pretty receptive to my book. I've heard some really great feedback from people who study criminology and think the subject of this book is important toward preventing sexual abuse against children. I've also had a lot of conversations with people who go into social work and are just like me before I had understood the difference between MAPS and sex offenders. So they've just started understanding this and they want to learn more. And I always feel really grateful to those who find this to be an uncomfortable subject and who are still willing to learn more about it.
All right.
I don't want to learn more
about it.
Well,
thank you so much for being with us. We've been talking to Alan Walker, who's the assistant professor at Old Dominion University, Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice. Their book is A Long Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted Persons
Music
in Their
is
Pursuit of Dignity. And yeah, this is Prostasia Conversations. Prostasia, where Prostasia tries to have conversations on these difficult subjects. And if you found this podcast valuable, consider donating so that we can continue to do this work.
Absolutely don't donate to this crazy group.
Yeah, don't. It harms the community as someone who's part of it. But instead, you should.
So this group, so what they do, just real quick, they fundraise, they get money, and they do get money for like some good things, but it's almost like cope. It's like a cope, in that they're like, we're not bad pedophiles, we're good pedophiles. Give us money so we can fix the problems that the bad pedophiles cause. Their main thing, they're like, they disguise themselves as a child advocacy group, but their whole thing is no.
So the thing is that as someone who is LGBT, in my conclusion, I feel like that, and don't, of course, put your money on them. If you want to raise a fundraiser that will genuinely help us, there's a project called the Trevor Project that is reaching out to people who are LGBT and raises money for us to other countries where it's not as accepted. So yeah, like I said in conclusion,
that sounds like a good organization.
That is, see, that's the kind of thing you need. Like, okay, give Jay final thoughts.
Final thoughts, dude. We got enough time for another video.
you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, what do you want to? Do you want to read? Let's real quick. Let's find a fun article to read, like one of those like stupid dating articles from.
I think let's watch another video.
You want to?
I might.
Yeah.
I want to go to Cosmo.
I might have to go because I have to study for a fucking quiz.
You go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Total conclusion. It's dumb. Don't put your money into this bad charity.
That's right next to a middle school.
Oh, it is.
Right
By the way, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So
well, let's confirm this though before making such a claim. Like, do we know what they're?
No, I remember I watched the Shoe on Head video on this, and it was
Prostasia Foundation. Let's look this up.
Yeah, but in conclusion, stay safe, drink
Oh
water.
God, it is. It's right next to John Johan Chin Elementary School.
Okay, I'm gonna go, guys. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, well, good night. And if you're leaving, then I guess we'll call the podcast here.
Yeah.
And I hope those of you who submitted yourselves to the pain of watching us, that you somehow enjoyed it. And we'll call it there for the night. So, peace.
Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, we needed a little bit more diversity.
Yeah, it's been great being here. Thank you for the clout. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, this will really fuel my thirst for clout.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh God!
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, on Google Maps, Prostasia has a 2.6 star review rating.
Why?
Really?
Why is there a rating?
It's because they're like viral.
There's not normal. Fucking hate.
Oh God, dude.
Oh, you guys should make a video of reading reviews from our store.
No, because I honestly don't want to get that public about information.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, guys.